So here let us solve some questions in metals and non-metals. Let us solve some questions. That is exercise in metals and non-metals. Non-metal exercise in, you can take it like this, exercise in chemical equations and calculations. And metals and non-metals. A small questionnaire we are going to do. When magnesium reacts with, first question, magnesium when reacts with air, the products obtained. The products obtained are, so the reaction is very simple. Magnesium is a solid, it reacts with air because air is a mixture. So air contains both oxygen as well as nitrogen gas. So there is a possibility for it to give both magnesium oxide plus magnesium nitride, Mg3N2, or the same reaction you can write magnesium solid plus oxygen gas gives rise to magnesium oxide solid. Balance the equation, take 2 over here, take 2 over here, and magnesium solid plus nitrogen gas gives rise to Mg3N2 solid, magnesium nitride. Balance the equation, take 3 over here, this is magnesium nitride. And this is magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. Again take magnesium oxide. Is a solid. You dissolve it in water. Liquid. It forms a base. Magnesium hydroxide, aqueous. It's a base. Again magnesium nitride, if you take solid plus H2O, liquid gives rise to magnesium hydroxide, aqueous plus ammonia vapors. Balance the equation, take 2 nitrogens here, so assign 2 here, 3 magnesium, so assign 3 here. I think the number of oxygens are 6, so take 6 over here. The reaction is automatically balanced. So the second question is Fe2O3 solid plus aluminium solid gives rise to Al2O3 solid plus iron solid. So in this is the equation which is given to us. First one, balance the equation, mention the type of reaction, and identify species getting oxidized and reduced is the question. So first question again, if you want to answer it, so I repeat here, balance the equation. If you want to balance the equation, here only we can balance it. There are 2 irons and here we have 3 oxygens, we have only 2 aluminiums, 2 aluminiums, 3 oxygens. So I think if I place 2 here, the reaction gets balanced. There are 3 oxygens, here we have 3 oxygens, okay fine. There are 2 irons, here there is only 1 iron, so the reaction is already balanced. So that means 1 mole of ferric oxide reacts with 2 moles of aluminium to give 1 mole of aluminium oxide and 2 moles of iron. The reaction is already balanced. Mention the type of chemical reaction. This is nothing but the chemical displacement. Mention the type of chemical equation means chemical reaction means here only we can give the answer. This is chemical displacement. We can say that the reaction is chemical displacement because here the iron in ferric oxide, the iron is getting displaced in the form of iron. The ferric ion is getting displaced in the form of iron from its oxide. This is metal oxide, and this is metal. So metal is being separated from metal oxide, and here aluminium is acting as a reducing agent. Identify the species which is getting oxidized and species which is getting reduced. Identify the species which is getting oxidized and the species which is getting reduced. We can say that here the iron oxide is getting reduced. The iron oxide is getting reduced, and aluminium to aluminium oxide. So here aluminium is getting oxidized. Aluminium is getting oxidized. So therefore it's a sort of redox reaction. Question number 3. Why color change occurs when iron rod dipped in copper sulfate solution? When iron rod is dipped in copper sulfate solution. So therefore what I am doing here is I am just taking a vessel wherein which here this is copper sulfate, and here we are dipping an iron rod. It's a piece of iron rod. This is brown color. Here what is happening is once iron is dipped in copper sulfate, the reaction takes place like this: iron solid plus copper sulfate aqueous. This is dark blue. It becomes ferrous sulfate aqueous plus copper, pale blue, and this is going to become greenish brown. That means here what is happening is the copper is getting reduced. In copper sulfate, copper is getting reduced, and here iron is getting oxidized. The reason because of that, you find that means the iron is trying to reduce the cupric ions in copper sulfate to copper. That is why you find that there is a change in the color. You can see that there is an intense greenish color, and here there is a dip in the copper sulfate solution to pale blue color. A reaction takes place, and once the reaction is coming, it becomes the intense greenish brown color appears. Intense greenish brown color appears, and this is how we can answer the question. So the next part of the question is, give an example of decomposition reaction involving absorption of electrical energy. So here, if you take the answer for this is, if the electrical energy is converted to, if the electrical energy is converted to chemical energy, the process we call it as electrolysis. Example, you can take water, liquid, 2 molecules of water, subject it to electrolysis. Electrolysis, it gives 2 moles of H2 gas plus 1 mole of O2 gas. 1 mole of O2 gas. So this is electrical decomposition reaction. Here water is getting decomposed. So the 2 molecules of water or 2 moles of water is getting decomposed to give 2 moles of water is getting decomposed to give 2 moles of hydrogen gas and 1 mole of oxygen gas. Here perfectly it is utilizing the electrical energy. Electrolysis involves utilization of electrical energy. Utilization of electrical energy.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.